The Chicago Bears are taking on the 49ers today, and can the Bears get back in the win column with interim head coach Thomas Brown's first game coaching? We're going to talk about it all and more, but first, we're going to play the intro.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bears Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bears news and content.
What's going on, Bears fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bears Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bears related. We got the whole entire squad in this bitch today. C-Dub, Bobby, Kev, Steve-O, myself, Hayes, we all in the building today, man. How you guys feeling coming into this game? You know, we like to start off talking to some general thoughts. How you guys feeling right now, man?
Clean slate.
I'm feeling good. I feel it's like interesting what's going to happen in this game. It's just an interesting feeling, bro. I'm curious.
I've never been more excited to watch a team that's on a 6-game losing streak. So we go see how it go with the new head coach.
That's a fact. Can't hear you, Bobby.
You muted.
He looked like he was cooking too.
Yeah.
He still can't hear you.
Kev ain't answer my question.
There you go. Go ahead.
I'm just interested. My players, y'all got everything y'all wanted this season. Not everything, but most of the things y'all wanted. Shane Waldron, gone. Matt Eberflus, gone. Y'all been putting things out there in the media, talking crazy, getting greasy. I'm ready to see my players play. DJ Moore said we about to play for Thomas Brown. So like Big Kev said, I'm excited to see these players come out here and actually put on a performance versus a beat up 49ers team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm expecting them to perform. They've been talking a lot. They've been saying a lot this year. They've been through a lot. So with that being said, with everything cleaned up, everybody that needs to be going up to this point is gone. It's time for you. I need to see a new energy. I need to see a new type of passion out there. I need to see a complete turnaround. Is that possible? Yes. I've seen other people do it. When they want to play for a coach that they believe in, that's the whole from the defense, not only the offense, but the defense change as well. So I'm going to come out there and see if that energy matches what they talking about.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Thomas Brown is the type of guy that can definitely get you motivated, and we're going to see what that motivation leads to for the Bears today because he definitely has a lot of people excited, coming into this game with just the way that it seems like he's not only wanting to hold the players accountable, but himself accountable. And one thing with Matt Eberflus that I think really doomed him is his lack of accountability for himself. It's hard to hold grown men accountable when they can look at you and be like,
I did the right thing.
What's up, son?
I did the right thing.
No, it's hard to look at somebody accountable when they start talking and the coach and the players looking at you like you know you a bitch, right? We know you a bitch.
He always doubled down on Bull, bro. He always doubled down on Bull. I wouldn't do anything differently. Like, come on, bro.
He can't even keep it 55th Street.
That's what I'm saying. All you got to do is just come out there and be like, yeah, I fucked up. And he never learned that, bro. Like, it's very people will be surprised how much people will respect you for just admitting, hey, yo, I fucked up.
Yeah. It's really that simple.
You know how many relationships got saved like that? I'm talking about dudes that did that girl's dog down dirty. And you know what? I'm sorry, baby. I messed up. And
why do?
Bro, you talking about relationship? You talking about relationship? You know how many lives have been slayed. You know what, partner? I tweaked. You know what? I was wrong. Yeah. That's all you had to say, dog. I'm just saying you gotta be out here thinking like I was tweaking.
That is hilarious. Inactive for today's game: Roshan Bourne, Tyler Scott, Elijah Hicks, Ryan Bates, Dominique Robinson are the inactives today. Just to
Bourne is a healthy scratch at that.
Yeah, listen, it is what it is, man. But let's go ahead and get into it. Let's talk about all phases of the team. Let's start with the offense. Thomas Brown taking over as the interim head coach. He still is going to be calling plays. How you guys feeling about the offense? The offense has had a nice, it's improved. It's improved under Thomas Brown. Do you guys see that improvement continuing? Or do you think, especially with that Niners defense, how well do you think the Bears offense is going to perform today?
I would think that this would be a statement game for Thomas Brown in the offense of the Chicago Bears. I think you had what is it, 2 weeks that he's been in charge of the offense. They've been gradually getting better week to week between those 2 weeks. And I would think with all the extra shit that's going on in a locker room with the players revolting against the ex-coach and they coming out and having statements like they're gonna play for Thomas Brown, they're gonna play to get him the win. I expect this to be a statement game for the Chicago Bears offense to see one of our better performances of the year from the Chicago Bears offenses, at least the way they talking. So that's what I'm going to be looking forward to.
It goes down to the X's and O's for me. I want to see an established run game. I want to see our tight end is involved. And let's get these veterans involved. DJ Moore, Keenan Allen. They definitely want to make some noise today. But it starts with the running backs, man. We already know that Roshan is out. We already know that Swift is a little bit banged up. So we're going to see if they can still establish themselves against a really downtrodden San Francisco defense. They got injury reports. Their injury report is expansive right now. So I'm excited to see that. I want to see if Caleb Williams can keep his non-interception streak going. He's already shattered the NFL record in that regard. But let's get rid of that ball, man. Let's be on target. We've seen him be off target a lot all season, missing underneath throws, missing people that's wide open. I want to see a clean game from Caleb, and it's just a motivated offense overall.
The crazy thing is that if Matt Eberflus doesn't screw the last game, we get the win and we get to talk about Caleb Williams breaking that record all through the week versus firing a coach. But I ain't gonna lie to you. I'd rather take the discussion of firing that trash ass coach. But when we talk about the offense, I'd rather talk about the field presence. I want to see what Thomas Brown brings to the Chicago Bears sideline because a lot of the times the Bears are out there making plays. You see Matt Eberflus, he still look lost. He still look pale in the face. His lips still dry. He's still pink in the face. Let's see. I see more emotions out of Thomas Brown in the box off one of the plays that his players made than I ever seen out of Matt Eberflus. So let me see the field presence that Thomas Brown is going to bring to the Chicago Bears. Let me see if he calls somebody out for not doing their damn job. Let me see how he calms Caleb Williams down out of the after a chaotic moment or a chaotic drive. Let me see some good situational football. That's what I'm really, really looking forward to from this offense.
Steve-O?
What to expect? I don't like for one, like Kev said, this is a battered defense. Like this report, I think they got upwards of like 15 motherfuckers not playing that damn near today. So it's like they it's brutal over there. But we lost against the Patriots. So who's to say what's going to happen? But at the end of the day, like it shouldn't be no different. Like at the end of the day, like what Thomas Brown is doing, it's not going to be nothing crazy. It's not going to be nothing different because, like you said, he's not changing it. It's still Shane's system for the most part. He just brings some common sense to it. That's all we've been asking for, and that's basically what we've been asking for the rest of the season for the remainder of everybody on this staff. Just call a common sense football game, and you have the roster where if you call a common sense football game, you should have a chance to win because we've been playing some games where some uncommon shit been called, and we were still in the game. So like, it's to the point where like you don't need to. You at this point of who we're playing and the point of the season, like we don't need nothing super creative coming from our coaches. We have the roster. We wouldn't be able to show it off our roster because we was asking them to do other stuff.
Yeah, I think overall, like this offense overall should have some confidence out of the last couple of weeks, regardless of the result at the end of the games. They should have some confidence in the way they've been able to move the ball and even score in the last game for the most part. And so I just want to see a continued development from that. We'll talk about the wins and loss predictions at the end of this, but like I just want to see an offense that continues to be intentional about what they do. And now, especially with Roshan Johnson out with a concussion, it really puts a lot of pressure on DeAndre Swift to perform today. And I think he's going to be a key part in this game. It's him. And then what, you're going to go to Travis Homer some?
They
I'm not
picked up.
expecting shit
They
from Travis Homer.
activated Darrington Evans, the
Oh yeah,
guy that
Darren and
was
Evans, who
yeah.
has done things for us before in being a last minute activation. So we'll see what he brings. But overall, really, we need that running game to support Caleb Williams. And if it does, I think that this offense overall can move the ball. I don't know how successful they're going to be, but they can move the ball. Let's switch it though. Talk about this defense. What are you guys expecting from the defense? This is a 49ers team that can do damage on you in the air and on the ground. What are you guys looking at for the defense today?
We're gonna see if the defense is being held back by Eberflus in terms of the blitz. If they were playing zone because that's the scheme that they want to play on third and long, or if Washington is going to let the dogs loose, so to speak, release the hounds. That's what I want to see. Who was holding who back in terms of this defense? Because we know Eberflus was still like the defensive savant, so to speak, for this team when he took over calling the defense last season. The Bears' season turned around. He basically saved his job last year because it's calling the defensive plays. But this year we've seen it too many times. 3rd and 17, 2nd and 20, and just giving up big play after big play all season long. So let's see how the Bears look today, man. I want to see some blitzes. I want to see Brock Purdy got people in his face. He's not just able to just sit back there and pick apart the defense. So let's get it.
Yeah, it really boils down to is my interest in what is going to be the difference how Eric Washington calls this game. What the hell is you snickering for?
What
He
happened?
talking about Evans, the loyal side piece.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah,
he's the one that you could. Listen, back when I was in the world, we called chicks like that the closers, right? Who you know that you could call at any point in time and they gonna get the
And they
job
gonna
done.
close the
They
deal.
gonna close the deal. You ain't have to. You don't gotta pre-talk them. You ain't gotta do none of that. You literally just gotta pick up the phone and be like, "Hey, I got about an hour and a half. What you doing? All right, bet I'm gonna slide through."
Yeah.
Yeah, but really, I just want to see the difference in play call style from my guy, my new defensive coordinator. See if he's more aggressive, like Kevo was speaking to, especially on down and distances. I think that Matt Eberflus was a good defensive coordinator. That's not go too overboard with that. I think we could call a spade a spade. He was a good defensive coordinator. Just a head coach, he was trash. So I want to see the difference and see if he can keep up the output and maybe improve in little things, i.e., down in distances. That's all I want to see.
For sure. I agree with both of you guys. I think I'm just looking for Eric Washington and his defense to see if they're gonna turn it on. Dating back to last season, we heard players come out, hey, we should have been more aggressive. We should have been up closer in coverage. We should have did this. We should have did that. Leading into this season to where you had the Hail Mary to where people was like, hey, we should have played press coverage before the Hail Mary was even attempted. And we should have did this. We should have did that. So I'm trying to see if Eric Washington is gonna turn it on. Because we seen even in the preseason, and I attended the game live versus the Cincinnati Bengals. These guys call corner blitzes, like that was crazy. And to even see in preseason, I know we've seen a little bit of that this season, but are we going to see a little bit more? To Big Cav's point, those 3rd and 17s, those 2nd and 20s. How do you take the opposing offense off the field or put them in a bad situation to where now they're in a 3rd and 17? We about to dial it up. And if you make a mistake, it's now contributing to our turnovers to where we can go ahead and take those turnovers and give our offense an opportunity. I'm anxious to see that, to see if there's going to be a little bit more aggressiveness. And the last point is I'm anxious to see if the players will respond. I believe that these players know how talented they are. And I will say that Matt Eberflus was a good defensive coordinator. I would not take that away. We talking about head coach when it becomes a problem. But I will say these players know how talented they are. Do they want to dial it up a little bit more? We're going to find out today.
And I think the energy is going to be really important to see what tone they set. I think the defense has typically over the last few years, despite losing or whatever, has had such an energy about themselves that hasn't been there the last few weeks, and that may have come from disbelief in Ryan Poles. I'm not Ryan Poles and Matt Eberflus or whatever. But now that Eberflus is gone, I really want to see, does this defense and the veterans especially show a little bit more. Right, we've had some questionable games from some of our veterans. I need better from Tremaine Edmonds. Jalen Johnson has been bad at times. Tyreek Stevenson has made some plays over the last couple of weeks, but he hasn't had his mojo back. And for what it's worth, Terrell Smith hasn't either. So we need better from both those guys. So,
Yep.
and you got to contain Brock Purdy. Like Brock Purdy has over 3,000 yards from scrimmage this year, 2,707 passing wise, almost 300 yards on the ground with his feet. You got to find a way to contain Brock Purdy. If you don't contain him, it's gonna be a long fucking night.
Yeah,
But
and
they
then
don't
Yeah,
they
I
don't
agree.
score a
Debo
lot.
neither.
They don't score a lot. This San Francisco team, with or without Brock Purdy, they haven't scored more than 24 points at all this season, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, they got 30. Okay, I'm looking at, yeah. So they still don't score a lot. These last 3 games, 20, 10, and 10 is what they've scored. So the Bears got an opportunity to hold these guys back. They're down running backs. I think they're down to their fifth string running back right now. So it's one of those things where they have them ready. They do play. It don't matter who they got out there running back. It's like they always get 100 yards for these guys. But at the end of the day, man, the Bears got no excuses. They got every reason in the world to win today's football game.
I agree.
Go do it.
I agree. Because that rush defense is gonna be a motherfucker for the Chicago Bears because Kyle Shanahan, he's still gonna lean on his running scheme. And the running scheme has been a downfall of the Chicago Bears defense all season. You seen last week, about 10 days ago versus the Lions that the Bears gave up I think 190 plus yards on the ground. You would expect Kyle Shanahan to probably try to exploit that to alleviate some of that pressure from his quarterback.
So we'll see. It's gonna be an interesting night, but let's talk about it. Win-loss predictions, score predictions. Who want to go first?
Ooh-wee.
Here we go. We seen what happened. We just experienced it in the last 10 days. Thanksgiving, we had to change the head coach. The players are saying they're going to play for Thomas Brown. They're going to get the win. He's playing for himself, for his future. Thomas Brown is. I believe the Bears come out and put out one of their best performances of the season. 35-17 Chicago Bears. Offensive and defensive.
Still being a homer. I hear
On
you.
real,
I feel
what?
you,
See, Doug gonna ride.
Hey, listen, I thought after everything that happened, the homerism may stop a little. I'm glad to see C-Dub is still C-Dub. My
That
boy, he
shit
don't
don't
disappoint.
stop. I'm proud of you, dog. I'm proud.
The Bears are 4 bad plays in late fourth quarter from being a winning team. We all know the numbers. We've seen how they've lost, especially in those 3 division games. They lost all of them by 3 points or less. So I hate to pick them to win today, but the only reason I'm picking them to win is because I'm tired of watching them lose. Tired of dedicating 3 to 4 hours out of my Sunday every week to watch the team that I really love lose. And I think this is where the bleeding stops. It's not going to be 35. I think it's going to be more like 24-14, 24-17. The Bears just don't know how to put their stamp on games, except for that Jacksonville game. Besides that, every game is a close one. So it's going to be within a touchdown or so. I'll go 24-17.
I ain't mad at it. Like I said earlier when we started this off, I'm looking at my players. Y'all said y'all was gonna play for Thomas Brown, and y'all been very vocal for the last few weeks. So I'm coming up and I'm stepping up there with y'all. Being a homer's like my Unc C Dub. And I'm gonna go 28-20, Chicago Bears. I'm gonna see if they're gonna put it on wax. I'm gonna give my opportunity to try to prove us wrong. It ain't much confidence going into the game simply because we're on a 6-game losing streak. But I look at the 49ers, no Christian McCaffrey, no Trent Williams, and some injuries on the defensive side of the ball coming over there from San Francisco. The Bears have a major opportunity in what's in front of them. It's not going to be about competing for the playoffs at this point. It's about playing for Thomas Brown like DJ Moore laid out for us. So I'm about to see what's to it. I'm going to go 28-20 Chicago Bears.
Steve-O.
It's gonna be a shootout, 33-30 Bears.
Ooh.
Okay.
A shootout,
All
huh?
right. All right.
Okay.
Shoot it out.
Shit. I'm going
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
okay.
the fuck DJ type of fucking DJ D-Rec ass shit was that? That nigga
DJ
had his own button.
That's Griselda. But go
That's
ahead.
crazy. 28-20 Chicago Bears. I think Caleb Williams is going to have a 250-yard passing game today with 2 touchdowns. I think this team's going to come out fired out, and I'm going to say this. I'm predicting this right now. One of Tyreek Stevenson or Jalen Johnson is getting a pick 6 this game.
Let's
Put
go.
it on the board.
Let's
Oh
go.
shit!
Somebody got fire.
Quesadillas.
That's
Who
you.
fired?
That's why Dub rubbing his hands together, old greedy ass, bro. Like
He like, yeah, burn that food.
Dub and
Need that
food is
char on my
different, bro.
steak.
Dub and whenever
That's
whenever somebody makes the Chicago Bears Central documentary, they gonna be like, "Hey, why this nigga Dub always eating? He's either always got
Bro, like
food,
what?
that bag like let's get made in the back.
Yeah, we got to bring this out. Somebody mentioned it in the comments too. I was thinking about it earlier. Like the Bears haven't won in the United States in a very long time.
Bro, they haven't won a road game since 2021. A road game
Are you
since
serious?
2021.
On a Sunday.
Check the stats. It's real.
On a Sunday, I
20
believe.
21 road
Wait a
game.
minute.
No,
Wait.
it's on a Sunday.
Did we beat Minnesota in Minnesota
I was
last
about
year?
to say, yeah.
No,
He
it's
had a-
on a Sunday. On a Sunday.
Sunday.
They haven't won a road game on a Sunday.
Because I know we
It's
beat
2021.
Minnesota
Come on
in
now.
Minnesota,
They
and
both.
we beat the Commanders last year in Washington.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Thursday night.
They
The
both.
thing is, your boy Eberflus legitimately hasn't won a road game on a Sunday. His whole Bears.
That's
Like,
crazy.
what?
as hell. That's nuts. Steve.
On a Sunday. Thanks,
What?
Big Kev, for the oop. Yeah.
Every time some more stats come out about Matt Eberflus's tenure here, bro, it just pisses me off even more.
For real.
So pitiful.
Like
Every
George.
single time,
Come on now.
bro.
George.
Anyway,
Game started in 3 minutes, y'all.
all right, y'all, man. Any last thoughts, fellas, before we get up out of here?
Please.
Bro,
It's
I
been
just
6
see,
weeks, bro.
bro, I just see how the Giants. I just see how the Giants just ended. I'm
Yep.
like, Lord, I hope that's
Yep.
not something I'm about to see.
Yes.
Please.
We
That was
already
a
had to
giant
go
thing.
through a Bulls loss today already, so come
They
on.
was
man.
tweaking, so.
Bulls gave up what 39 in the second quarter, 39 to 14 or something
No,
like
they
that.
was
It was
tripping.
crazy.
Them niggas bitches. But all right, y'all, man. We'll all be CW will be live on the live call, man. We love you guys, man. Chi-Town up, bear down. We'll see y'all in a second. Peace, y'all.